All right, good evening. Good evening. I am getting set up for our meeting tonight. We have the East Lansing Study Committee, Independent Police Oversight tonight meeting. We will be finishing up 8 months worth of work, and this is our meeting that we will pass along our recommendations to City Council, and they will then hear a presentation from us. About these recommendations, and then they will start working on the resolution, or excuse me, working on the ordinance to form a new uh, Police Independent Oversight Commission. So it is Monday, May 24th, 6 p.m. I did switch around my technology because I had some issues. So I got one camera this way and I got one camera this way. So I apologize if I'm not direction for most of the time in regards to what's important. So hopefully, again, you'll get something out of this for your group and your initiatives in your city in regards to getting oversight and really supporting community policing overall and being about true sustainable reform. So that'll be the heart of what we're talking about. I will talk just real quickly about the state of where we're at this week. This is the week last year that George Floyd was murdered. And, his death resulted in a lot of things that happened around the world and really gaslighted a lot of the initiatives that we're working on. This ordinance for us to be a group was passed the day after by our city council to start working on this oversight commission going forward. So this is one of many things that needs to be in play going forward. This is only one step of many things that need to be implemented going forward. But I'm proud of the work, proud of the individuals I got a chance to work with here. And it's just a truly special thing because there's a lot of municipalities still wrapping their heads around oversight and addressing some of the different things with community policing and representing policing for everyone, everyone that reflects the community and society in itself. So no matter what nationality, color, ethnicity, belief you have, your community policing is designed to have public safety for all. So this is one of those mechanisms that we'll have in play here in the city of East Lansing going forward. And I'm proud to be a part of that work. So stay tuned. We got about 5 minutes of dead space time until we get started. And you'll hear a little chatter in the background, but then we'll officially start the program here for you. So hopefully the technology holds up on both formats. And again, thank you for joining us here for our little commission meetings. Thank you. So hold tight. We'll be here for another 6 to 5 minutes until we get officially started.
Justin, we may have some unusual comings and goings tonight.
Okay.
I think Noel is coming, but will be leaving pretty quickly. And Kelly may be arriving at about 6:30. So we could be alert to somebody. Well, I guess people just will come in by themselves, won't they? We don't have to let them know.
Correct. They should just try to get it by themselves.
You don't have to pay attention to that at all.
Well, I can try to help keep track for Diane to note in the minutes as well.
Oh, well, that's a good piece. Great. Diane, that's what's happening.
Well, I just talked to Chuck and he said he thought Noel was going to do the department, but I never got that. So
Yeah.
I'll just keep eyes open.
Well, I heard from Kelly about 2 minutes ago.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that Justin is right. You're the person for whom that's most relevant.
All right, we just got about 3 or 4 minutes till we get started, and we'll be rocking and rolling. I was just reading an article just came out, and it's a local article by East Lansing Info. It says breach of research ethics in East Lansing survey on police perspectives, and the article's about a survey that was given out to the community and
You saw
the data, and one of our commissioners, Cedric Haro, is the feature. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Did you see that Kelly expects to come a little late?
Oh, no, I didn't see that, but we will acknowledge her when she gets here.
She expects to come about 6:30.
Okay.
So I think maybe we can hold the vote on the recommendations until she comes, which might happen anyway, but so long as there aren't amendments, she knows exactly what's there.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll get some calls tonight that'll kind of slow us down. We'll get some activity there. That'll help quite a bit because I don't imagine it taking too long to get to the subject matter, but we'll do what we can to.
Well, we'll be voting on it tonight. I mean, I think we can have some control over when we go. Same meeting.
Are you proposing maybe to get 3.2 before 3.1 as a possibility and having that discussion?
Not really.
Did you say not really?
That is what I said.
Okay. All right.
It is hard to predict how long things will take.
Yeah.
But I'd like to keep the order the way it is. But I'm not a Robert's rules person. We'll make it work.
We're at 6 o'clock. I'll wait till you have a forum to actually turn the meeting on.
Didn't I tell you, Christine, that we can't take things for granted? I told you. I knew.
You did. It's just too pretty a day or something.
I knew.
No, people will show.
And you just need one more.
Right. You're helping us get to quorum, Sade. Good to see you. Helen is in Hawaii, so she wasn't sure whether she'd be able to make it. I think that's this week.
Where's Eric? He's your guy.
Yeah.
Any phone?
That would be great. You got his number? Thank you.
Hey, good evening, George. Did you get a chance to see the mayor's email real quick that just came in by chance about us?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. Nothing big, but he was just saying that I want us to plan on putting them on the closest agenda going forward, which seeming to us, we don't have a discussion only meeting on June, so the presentation would be held at a regular meeting. I'm fine with either 8th or the 15th if we're really booked on the 8th. I imagine there will be much public discussion. This will probably take a few meetings before something is passed, so I want to try to give us a good amount of time. So that's a brief summary of that. How is the 8th looking as of now? Okay, yeah, that's right. You said you might be out. Yeah, okay. Okay, gotcha. We're going to get our lives back, not having to be here every Monday, every other Monday.
Aha! And I did find out, Chris, that we actually can't have 2 meetings per night. So I thought we could, and I recollected that we had gotten the second account. So we actually can have 2 meetings per night. Not that it matters at this point, you guys are set, but in the future,
Okay.
we can have 2 meetings.
All right, looks like you have your quorum now. Chuck, are you ready?
I am. Thank you.
This meeting is being recorded.
I'm sorry, I had to take the dog out.
All right, you are live.
All right, thank you. Welcome everyone this evening to East Lansing Study Committee on Independent Police Oversight Commission meeting. It is Monday at 6 p.m., May 24th, 2021. And thank you all for joining us at home as well. Can we go ahead and go into roll call, please?
Kathy Boyle,
Kathy Boyle, attending Grigsby from my home in East Lansing, County, Michigan.
Renee Collin,
Renee Collin, attending virtually from Douglas, Massachusetts, Worcester County.
Chuck Grigsby,
I am attending virtually from Ingham County, East Lansing, Michigan.
Cedric Carroll,
Senator Carroll attending virtually from Mason, Michigan, Ingham County.
Helen Josephson, Chris Root,
Present, attending from East Lansing, Ingham County.
Quentin Tyler, Eric Williams,
Eric Williams, I'm here, East Lansing, Ingham County.
John Bacon,
Present, attending virtually, East Lansing, Michigan, Clinton County.
we've been notified that Kelly Albert Anderson will be late and that Noel Garcia will be coming in at a different time.
Thank you. Are we still at quorum numbers? We're good to go? Okay. I just want to double check. I think we lost someone. All right. Okay. We'll go ahead and acknowledge Commissioner Tyler. He's getting in right now, real quick before we move on.
Quentin, you want to go ahead and say that you're attending virtually?
Yes, Quentin Tyler attended virtually from Lansing, Kentucky.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Again, thank you all for joining us this evening. We are on item 1.2, approval of the agenda, which is 5/24/21. If there's no discussion or amendments or changes, I'll look for a motion to approve. Moved by Commissioner Haro. Is there a second? Seconded by Vice Chair Root. Is there still any discussion that comes up? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Is there anyone opposed? All right, so moved. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to item 1.3, approval of the minutes, which is for 5/10/2021. Is there a motion to approve those minutes? Moved by Vice Chair Root. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Callwood. Is there any discussion on the minutes of 5/10/21? All those in favor, please say aye. Is there anyone opposed? All right, so moved unanimously. All right, we will get down to written communications, item 1.4. And this written communication was originally sent to, I believe, council. Is there a response to this written communication by chance, city manager or Councilmember Bacon or anything like that? Do you guys have anything to address to this at all?
Sorry, I was reading that email. I found something else.
We got written communication that was addressed to council and staff, and I was just curious if you guys wanted to comment on it or not. It was just based a question about a FOIL process and kind of really the frustration of a community member within that. So I wanted to just get if that was something you wanted to address, or we can just go ahead and move on, unless anyone else wanted to address it as well.
I'd have to catch up and look at it. So,
No worries.
Same here.
I would just say this quickly because we get about, I don't know if it's 250 FOIAs a year through the clerk's office, probably the same from the police department. We process them all. I think the clerk does a great job processing FOIAs. If there's anything that's complicated, appeals and so on, the scope of it, we consult with our attorney who's an expert and get guidance from her on how to respond. So generally, I would say I'm comfortable with our response regarding FOIAs and the processes to disclose. We do that. We disclose a tremendous amount of information. So any particular FOIA response, I would say it's been in consultation with our attorneys and it's following the FOIA law.
I appreciate that, City Manager. I just had a quick follow-up. So how many did you say you get a year, roughly?
Between 200 and 300 a year to the clerk's office. I think we're on target to exceed the normal amount. It was 225 or 230 last year. And that's the clerk's office alone. The police get an order more of that as well. So.
Wow, I didn't realize that was the number. And for the people who are responsible for this information, is it one or two people that are pretty much in that process, or how do you feel about that demand and maybe your staffing?
There's a FOIA coordinator and the clerk's department basically runs the FOIAs. They take the information, process it, put it into the systems, produce the letters, and they send it out to the employees that are impacted by them. And that has to gather the information at certain dates. Then the employees have to go through their files, go through their paper, go through their email, produce that information, get it back to the clerk's office. If there's questions, the clerk works with the staff, works with the attorney to verify what should be disclosed, what shouldn't, what's the scope of it, and then the information is provided to the clerk's office.
I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Is there any other questions in regards to written communication for item 1.4 from anyone else? Any follow-up comments? All right. I'll go ahead and move on to item 1.5. Justin, do we have anyone on the line by chance?
We do have one attendee.
Okay. All right. So pursuant to MCL 15263 subsection 1, limiting public comment to 5 minutes per individual for today's electronic meeting, is there a motion to approve that? Moved by Commissioner Boyle. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Tyler. Is there any discussion in regards to the 5 minute per individual for tonight's meeting? All right, seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed to the 5 minute rule? All right, thank you. We'll go ahead and open the line up whenever you're ready, Justin.
All right, I just need to go down the list. Jace Harper, if you'd like to address the committee, you may do so now. If not, you could simply say pass.
Pass.
All right, thank you. Okay, that's the list.
All right, that didn't take very long at all. All right, so we'll move on to item 3.1, review and approve memorandum and recommended ordinance that we have here listed. And the first line item there is our overall recommendation ordinance. So I know that we were trying to hold off for one of our commissioners who's coming in a little bit late, but I don't think we can hold off more than the minutes that we have until we think that she is going to be available. So we'll probably have to, well, I guess maybe I should ask, see if there's any discussion or comments or responses back from anyone on the call here to what we have as far as what we're submitting for our recommendation. Yes, Vice Chair Root.
I think it might be helpful for Eric and or Kathy to explain a little bit about the memo? Because we're talking about the recommendations and memo, you know, in this one agenda item. Eric, you or me?
You first.
Well, what this legal memorandum is, we took the comments from both the attorneys that the committee had reviewed last meeting, excuse me. We took our notes from that meeting and the draft minutes. So we had everybody's comments, and we worked together, although Eric really did yeoman's work on this. A lot of the word processing, which I'm lousy at, he did, and it's a lot of work, so I really appreciate his efforts. We worked together to respond to each of the attorneys' comments that we felt needed a response, and that's what is in this document entitled Legal Memorandum. And after doing that, there were some changes that we felt would be beneficial to the draft ordinance. Those changes are noted in the memorandum, and Eric has then completed updated draft ordinance, which is also in the agenda.
Thank you, Commissioner Boyle. Please go ahead, Commissioner Williams.
I'm trying to figure out a way to say this that doesn't take me into the weeds. But the major change that we made has to do with getting information from the police department and giving it out to the public